All right, so we're going to get straight into business here. Let's find out when it was launched and who launched it. It says, when Steam launched in 2003, Gabe Newell, one of its creators, wanted to add a way to send games directly to users. So that means they're taking the stores out. You can just do it all online.
OK， 所以呢，我们看到第一段呢，他们说呢，他们推出了 Steam 这个平台，我们呢用了 launch 这个动词，这个动词原本是指这个船哦要下水要出航了，那现在呢很常被使用来指这个发表一个东西哦，比方说像发表什么呢 ？The brand will launch its first menswear collection next month. OK， 这个品牌呢下个月要推出他们的第一个男装系列。
Okay, so they're getting smarter and smarter. It says here. Realizing that online gaming and digital downloads were the future, he decided to also feature games from other companies. So not just Valve's games, other companies. Now here we're talking about online gaming. Here we're using online as an adjective. It can also be used as an adverb, so be careful when you use that. Now, as an adjective, online describes things that are connected to the computer and the internet. Here's an example. Nicholas likes online shopping because he doesn't have to deal with other people.
OK， 所以呢，我们看到 online 这个形容词呢，就是形容线上的。例如我们刚刚讲的 online games 线上游戏，像我们常常看到的这些，不管是 CS 也好啊，或者是其他连线的游戏，都是 online 的。那相对于 online 呢，我们线下的实体的呢，叫做 offline。例如呢，我们可以说 offline marketing， 比方说像是店头促销啊、展览这些，就是属于实体的线下的行为。
Okay, so we did talk about the future of online gaming, and when we did that, we mentioned digital downloads were part of the future. So could you tell us more about these words, digital and downloads, and how we use them together?
Sure. OK, digital 这个形容词呢，就是表示数位的。例如呢，我们很久以前有的这个数位相机哦 ，digital camera, but now you probably use your smartphones.
I use a lot of different cameras.
Okay. 好，那呢 download 这个字呢，则是指下载哦。下载呢，它可以当做动词，也可以当做名词哦。那相对于这个 download 下载，我们如果要上传的话呢，英文就叫做 upload。OK， 那呢，我们这个 Valve 它推出来的服务 digital download 就叫做数位下载。有玩电脑的同学应该就知道哦，我们这个玩游戏有实体的光碟片。那相对于这些实体的光碟游戏片呢 ，Valve 在 Steam 上面提供的呢，就是这些你可以下载的数位版游戏。这些呢就是我们的 digital downloads。你呢是直接下载这些内容来玩，而不是买这个实体光碟。
Okay, so Steam started in 2003, and then as it went on, it took a couple of years, but then they started saying, hey, we should get more games on Steam. And here's what happened. It says, after Valve opened up Steam in 2005, the platform exploded. Not really. But let's talk about the phrase we saw that. We saw that Valve opened Steam up to other people. So when you open something up, you make something available to other people or the public, for instance, so that many people can use it. For example, I think we should open this job position up to people outside the company too.
OK，open up 这个片语哦，它就表示开启哦，就是比方说对外开放、对民众开放，或是释出这个消息。那呢，在我们课文里面，它是开启了这个 Steam 商店的大门哦，让其他游戏也可以在这个平台上面贩售。那呢，除了开启之外呢，它也可以开启，比方说像 this job position， 开启这个职缺。And after it opened up, it exploded.
No, it didn't really explode into fire. That's not what we're saying. That is one meaning of explode, but not the one in our article. Explode is a verb, and it means to suddenly get bigger in numbers, amount, or degrees, or to get more popular all of a sudden. For example, we might all remember this. The Pokemon world exploded when Nintendo released Pokemon Go in 2016.
Yes. OK, explode 这个动词呢，刚刚我们就讲过，它可以表示呢爆炸。比方说呢 ，the army exploded the bomb。OK， 军队呢引爆了炸弹。但在这边呢，指的不是真的爆炸，而是指这个平台大红了，太红了。好比呢，我们例句里面讲说呢，这个宝可梦呢 Pokemon 在2016的时候呢，这个 Pokemon Go 推出这个时间呢，它就爆红了，粉丝数激增了，好多人在玩。
Okay, so now Steam is popular everywhere and with everyone. And let's find out who got into this industry. It says here, it gave independent developers and big game studios a place to sell their games online. So everybody is going to get into this now. All right, so not just big game studios, but also independent video game makers. Now, this adjective, independent, describes something that is not controlled by a big company or the government. It has to do all the work and pay for things on its own, which can be very difficult when there are other bigger companies in the same industry. Okay, so independent, you can often think of smaller, kind of small companies trying to sort of get more famous.
Yes.
Here's an example. The musician started his career by signing to an independent music label. But once he got popular, he signed to a huge international label instead.
OK， 所以呢，我们看到这个 independent 就是表示独立的。你可以呢想一下，它后面这个接的 depend 这个动词呢，它是表示依赖的意思。所以呢，我们在前面加上字首，这个 in 呢就是相反了。所以呢 ，independent 独立哦，不依赖别人的。你呢可以用来形容你这个人个性很独立，不需要别人帮忙。那在课文里面呢，则是指这些比较小的独立制作的游戏开发者的这些工作室，相对于独立制作资源不多的开发者。OK， 这些人呢就叫做这个 independent game developers。那相对于这些人呢，我们刚刚讲到大公司也在 Steam 上面推出他们的游戏。We see the word studio.
That's right. So if we're thinking about independent developers, these small little businesses, now think about the opposite. So a studio here in this article is talking about a film company or video game company that has many of its own buildings where it creates its own films or video games. Now, of course, we all know that this is not easy to do. So
Yes.
we're not just talking about lots of small little buildings. We're talking about huge buildings, many employees, lots of money. For example, this superhero movie was made by one of Hollywood's biggest film studios. We can say that about all of the superhero movies.
OK， 所以呢，我们看到 studio 这个词呢，它就是指，比方说像是摄影工作室啊、开发者工作室这样子的工作室，就叫做 studio。那课文这边呢，里面讲的是这个大型的游戏工作室。OK，and for example, the studio which produced my favorite title, Uncharted, is called Naughty Dog.
That's an interesting name.
Yes, it's
someone just say naughty. Oh,
Naughty Dog.
Okay. All right. So what is happening here? We are taking everything online.
Yes.
That means we don't need to sell any of the games in the stores, which means we don't need to send any boxes
Yes.
like this. And here's what happens when you do this. It says, this cut the costs of packaging and shipping. Think about how much money that saves. And paper and plastic.
Yes.
All right, so everything's online now. Here's what's going on. It said, what started as a handful of games has grown to over 5,000 titles today. So just a couple of games at first, now this many, 1,000 or 5,000 of them. So we use the adjective handful to describe the amount of games. Now, used on its own, handful describes an amount of something that you can hold in your hand. Okay, but when it's used as a handful of something, it means a very small amount of something or people. For example, there are only a handful of people in the audience, but we are going to start the show anyway.
The show must go on. 你可以想象一下，你手可以抓的哦，比方说呢，抓1把米，就可以知道呢 handful 它其实呢是形容的是少数的、少量的。你可以说呢 a handful of something 少量的什么东西，比方说我们刚刚讲 a handful of people，OK， 少少的人一点点。
Okay, so everyone's getting into this now. There's 5,000 games on Steam. It says here, even big companies such as Microsoft have started selling their games on Steam because it is now the most popular platform for PC gaming. So it's gotten huge. It's got Microsoft on it now.
Yes.
So it's going to get bigger and bigger. I think this is a good way to challenge the consoles. Here it says, Valve has also continued to improve Steam.
OK， 所以呢，课文就看到了，即便呢是像 Microsoft、微软这样的大公司呢，他们呢也开始在 Steam 上面呢卖他们自己的游戏了。Steam 呢可以说是超级成功，但是呢它仍然持续的在 improve 呢就是优化 ，improve 就是进步的意思，让它的服务呢越来越好。那这边我们用了这个动词 continue 呢，你在打电动的时候也会看到，就表示呢继续下去。继续做什么事情呢？我们就可以加上不定词 to， 再加上原形动词 continue to do something， 持续的做什么事情。
Now, Steam is not just good for the people who are putting the games on it. It's not just saving them money, it's also saving the user money, which is one of the best things you can do in business. Here it says the Steam app is free to download and keeps your games on hand whenever.
Yay.
Okay, so both really good things when you're in business. That's what your users want. You want, for one, your things to be free.
Yes.
And all of your video games to be on hand. Now, this phrase, on hand, describes something that's close by or easily available anytime you want to use it. So you don't have to go to the store, get the game, go home, put it in. It's just right on your computer whenever you want. Here's an example. Do you have an extra pen on hand? Mine just stopped working.
OK， 所以呢，我们看到 on hand 就是随时随地、随时可以取得，像你在手上的。所以呢，我们刚刚例句看到，你有没有这个多一支笔呢？你身边有没有多一支笔可以借给我？我的笔呢没有办法使用了。
Okay, now here is another good thing. It says in the article, you don't need to worry about losing or damaging your hard disk drive. Your library of games is in the cloud. Now, I remember when I was very young playing original Nintendo.
Yes.
And you just had to
blow
in it because there's dust, right? But we learned about the word damage. So this is something that's really easy to do, especially to CDs, which we don't really use anymore, which is good. So damage is a verb, and it means to cause physical harm to something, or to break something so that it is not in good condition or doesn't work anymore. It also means to do harm to a part of a person's body.
Okay.
Now, as an example, we could say, someone damaged my car when they ran into it with their bicycle. Now I have to pay to get it fixed.
OK，damage 这个动词呢，就表示损害的意思，或者是呢破坏。例如我们刚刚的例句是讲说 ，Someone damaged my car。OK， 有人破坏了我的车子。那这个单字呢，它也可以当成名词来使用，它就表示损失。OK， 比方说呢 ，The earthquake caused great damage。OK， 这场地震呢，造成了这个严重的损失。
Okay, now we did say that all the games were saved in the cloud.
Yes.
Okay, so could you help us explain what we mean by cloud here?
Yes, of course. OK， 在课文里面呢，这个他就说呢，你不用担心呢，你的这个 hard drive， 你这个hard disk drive， 你的这个硬碟呢，就是会遭到损坏，因为怎么样，所有的游戏都已经存到云端了。Cloud 呢，指的是天上的云了。那现在我们讲云端科技，也就是呢，透过伺服器跟网络技术储存你的东西的这个技术呢。这个技术就叫做 cloud 云端。Actually, Steam is very clever name because you steam everything like the steam into the cloud.
Interesting. I never really thought about that. Well, Sam, we've talked about what's happened all the way from the 80s through the 90s, the 2000s. It's 2018 now, and that's why it says here, as of 2018, it was reported that Steam had reached over 150 million users.
Okay, that's a lot of users.
All right, well, we had a grammar point in that sentence. Let's take a look at it.
OK， 所以呢，刚刚我们在课文里面看到了 ，it was reported that 后面再加上一个子句 ，OK， 这个意思呢就表示据报道 ，OK， 报道怎么说？那这个用法呢，它有几个动词可以代换呢？我们可以说呢 ，it is said， 据说 ，it is believed，OK， 人们相信，或者是我们课文里面 it is reported，OK， 这个呢表示这个据报道。我们呢可以举例讲说，比方说 it is reported that the president of United States is visiting South Korea。 OK， 他呢据报道呢，这个美国总统将会访问南韩。那呢，我们在这个后面呢就加上 that， 再加上一个子句，就是后面呢加上的是我们这个报道或是人们相信或者是据传的这个内容，就放在 that 后面。
Okay, so with 150 million users, I think now if you don't play video games, you should be one of those people here. And that's why we say now is a great time to jump in and start gaming. Now, jump in is a phrase. It means to begin to do something quickly or with a lot of excitement, often without being worried about the results.For example, we could say, is everyone ready to get started? All right, then let's jump in.
OK, jump in 这个动词片语呢，就表示我们赶快跳进去吧，赶快投入其中，我们一起来开始咯。所以呢，课文就讲说呢，现在我们有好多的 user 在这个 Steam 上面买游戏、玩游戏，那你是不是也要加入我们呢 ？So it's good time to join me.
All right, go play video games with Sam, guys. We have to say goodbye for today. We're not quite finished yet, though. We still have a For You chat, so stay tuned.